What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Big thank you for coming back and joining me and another video right here on YouTube. So recently I've been thinking about the Football Manager series, and in particular thinking about tactics. So recently I tested some FM22 tactics in FM23. Now obviously FM22 is only last year's release, and most of the tactics are pretty modern tactics in terms of the game and the game development. So what I then started thinking was, what would happen if we went a little bit further back and drag some of the older tactics? Would they stand up against the test of time and the new AI and the new features that come with FM23? Well, I've done two already and they turned out pretty well. So guess what? We're going to do another one today, and we're going to drag up a tactic that I think has the potential to be really, really good. As you can see, I have loaded it into the game with Real Madrid. We have done the usual one season sim, and we're going to see how the tactic has performed. Now, as always, I can't remember whether I downloaded the tactic from FM Base or from FM Scout, but for either of them, the tactic is there somewhere. If you don't want to go and find it, don't worry, I've got you. In the description down below, there will be a link for this tactic. If you want to have a go with it and see if it is any good for your team, feel free to download it from there. Right then, we are going to go through the tactic. We're going to show you each position and what the position's instructions are. We're going to show you the in possession, out of possession, and the in transition, and then we are going to break down exactly what happened in the one season sim with Real Madrid. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump into the tactics tab and show you what the tactic is. So the tactic is simply called Broken. Yes, Broken for FM20. So it is a 4-3-3 or a 4-1-2-2-1 or a 4-1-4-1 or a varying arrangement of players. So it can be adaptable. I'm going to go with 4-3-3 because I think that is the closest thing to what it looks like. And there are some positions on there that are a little bit, DMs. I've never really played a tactic with a DM before. Always pick one of the playmaking or one of the anchor style of positions. Never really go with just an out-and-out DM anymore in the game. So that could be interesting. Has two Mazzalas too. Got the two wing-backs on support, and they are going to help your defenders out. So let's break this tactic down then. So we have a sweeper keeper that looks like this. A wing-back on the left that looks like this. A wing back on the right that looks like this. Two ball playing defenders that look like this. Now before we go any further, if you need to pause the video at any point, feel free to do so. You're jotting down the positions and the instructions so you can port it across to the Xbox or to the handheld versions of the game. Don't forget, come back and let me know, does that actually work? Right then, let's continue on with the team. So this DM position, you can see he's just a basic DM on support, no instructions whatsoever. Two Mazzalas that are going to do most of the work in front of him. They look like this. You have two IFs, starting with the left-hand side and then the right-hand side. And finally, you've got an advanced forward high up the pitch. So, as I said, it breaks down roughly into a 4-3-3. Even though you can't see it due to the skin and the purple text, it is a custom Geigenpress style, so, Broken, whoever designed Broken has gone with the Geigenpress to go with the style. You can see it's attacking, so you will want three players, really, who are going to go and get you goals, and you'll want two midfielders who can create the goals. And then, moving into these boxes here, the in possession looks like this. The in transition looks like this. The out of possession looks like this. And that pretty much is the tactic wrapped up. So it's all set up really to be a success. I can't see any flaws in it. That DM position with no instructions really does kind of mess with your head, because you just think he's just sat there and he just doesn't move. He's just supporting people. Is it going to work? What could happen with this tactic? Are you going to have enough attacking prowess to negate some of the defensive frailties, maybe? There's only one way to find out. Let's jump to the competitions tab and show you how it's got on. So, it's been a success. You can see it has won everything that there is to win. Starting off with La Liga, they won that with 92 points. That was easy. They won the Champions League, beating Manchester City in the final 3-1. They won the Super Cup, they won the Spanish Cup, and they won the Spanish Super Cup. So 5 trophies in one season using Broken for FM20. Let's break down some of these competitions then. So in terms of the Champions League, you can see they beat Man City in the final. Start off with the round of 16. They beat PSG 8-7 on aggregate in the round of 16. In the quarterfinals, they beat Parthenon Hope 7-3 on aggregate there. In the semi-finals, they beat Barcelona 6-2 on aggregate, so that would have gone down well with the Clasico people. And then in the final, they beat Manchester City. You can see in terms of their top goal scorer, they had Benzema on 14. They were playing in the same competition that we were running a sim for Manchester City, so Erling Haaland there labelled up as the top goal scorer overall. In terms of the Super Cup, let's have a look at that. They beat Eintracht Frankfurt 3-1 in that. The Spanish Cup, they beat Atletico 1-0 in the final, so the Madrid bragging rights there. And the Spanish Super Cup at the start of the season, in fact it's in the middle of the season, and it's January the 4th. So they beat Real Betis Hispalis 2-1 to win that. So let's look at the Spanish First Division then and break that down. If we go to the stages, you can see just how impressive this tactic has been. So 38 games played, 29 wins, 5 draws, 4 losses, 115 goals scored, 39 goals conceded, 76 goal difference and 92 points. They beat Barcelona by 7 points and the rest of the league by a country mile, which obviously you would expect. Real Madrid, probably one of the best teams in the world, certainly one of the best 2 teams in Spain, and to get that kind of goal difference and points total is really impressive. Looking at it, obviously outscored everybody in the league by miles, but they were quite leaky in terms of the defence. They were the worst in the top 4, or in fact they weren't, were they? 44 for Espanyol, sorry, so only Espanyol were worse in the top 4. In terms of the top 7, down to Atletico Madrid, they were quite shrewd, 37, 58 for Seville, 38 for Valencia, 44 for Espanyol. So 39 goals conceded isn't actually as bad as it first looks. If we go back and have a little look at some stats then. So you can see Karim Benzema got 28 league goals. Asensio and Benzema led the way in average ratings. In terms of assists, you got Modric, Asensio and Cruz all getting double figures each. Asensio got 7 Man of the Match awards. You had Dani Carvajal getting himself 13 yellow cards. And Dani Carvajal also got 4.62 in terms of dribbles per 90 minutes. So I'm just going to leave it on this screen here where you can see that this is a tactic in FM20 that was obviously one of the best tactics because it was ranked highest on one of the 2 websites. But in FM23, it seems to still be elite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trophies in a single season for Real Madrid. That is as impressive as I have seen so far in terms of tactics testing, not only for FM20, FM22, but also for FM23 tactics. So is it that Broken actually is broken on all versions of the game? Right then, I'm going to start to wrap this one up. If you're still here, you've enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything on the channel. We have hints, tips, Wonder Kids, Let's Plays, tutorials. There's a bit of something for everybody right here on the channel. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on another video soon.